Right guys, Mark Crossfield here with the PING G425 irons, the new iron from PING. PING had sent these to me for testing, just so we're clear. These irons, I don't really keep them, we send them back once we're finished. And also, they have no input on the video. They just asked me to test them because what they say is they value my opinion, which I respect from PING as well. Thanks for the opportunity. We're going to do this one slightly different. We're still going to present some numbers. We're also still going to talk about the tech, but I'm going to play a few holes. So I've got a 5 iron, a 7 iron, a 9 and a U utility wedge. And what I'm going to do is actually see if I can score on my simulated round of golf round Pebble Beach. We've got auto putt on, so you won't be watching me putt, and it'll give us a score relative to par. Should be fun. Wonder what I'll score. So let's use the utility wedge on this one. So we're 90 yards and we're 28 foot down. Utility wedge, I actually don't know the loft of this, so I'm going to really feel this shot in there. It's quite big and round. For a chunky addition to their iron set, it's not crazy, like they round the top end of it off, so when you're looking down you don't get this massive chunk. It's respectable. Like I say, we will look at the tech as we go, but 425, I'm just seeing these pings as classic pings, and are they really ever changing this club much? I kind of hope not, because it works. I've got even PING I2s at home that I tested in a lockdown, just to test some old irons against new out of interest. And they perform, like they over-engineered. Like we could do a test on them, maybe the MVDs. Let me know in the comments what you think, because they perform brilliantly. So why would you change them almost, apart from the good old branding world we live in? So utility wedge. Have I hit it hard enough? Yes, I have. Oh, that's a lovely feely shot. Didn't even know the loft. What do you think of that, eh? Come on. So I've got the 5 iron as my longest iron. I do need to hit this ball. We look at the map here. Like I need to be getting it up here to the left, about 225. This 5 iron is long and almost crossover looking, you know, the crossover irons in PING. So I reckon I can get this out there. Like that is huge down by the ball. That is so PING. Now, a lot of people will pick that up and think it looks just too big, but a lot of people would benefit probably from as much help as that can give. Isn't it great that it's done far? I've gone way left. I've picked, oh, pass ball! I've picked the wrong line there, because that felt about 10 yards left. It's 224 to the flag. I'll have another go, shall I? I think it's over there, but we don't actually know again. Pretty average hit. Just stay left a little. Yeah, not bad for an average hit. What carry did I get out of that? 199 on a 5 iron on an average hit. You know, like they're bombers, and that is a lot of club down by the ball. Right, 15-yard chips. I'm going to use the utility wedge again. Might need to sit a little. Oh, hit the flag, but was too strong. That's going to be a 2-putt. All right, let's give this 5 iron a smash. See if I can get it carrying over to 200. And definitely having a head this size down by the ball does make me feel like I can stand here and give it a whack. If that is true or not is different, but it makes me feel that way. Might have hit that hard. Yeah, that's a 215 carry. It's a 215 carry with a 5 iron. These are bombers. It's that massive offset, medium line and just long blade. 244 out makes me feel like I can just hit it like a hybrid. Who doesn't want that out of a long iron? Just stay up the left. I mean, that's downhill, so that will hit the green. That's 2.5 iron. Just stop. Yeah. It's 213 carry with a 5 iron. It's got 5 iron written on the bottom, is what I mean by that. Right, as I smash another 5 iron down there to see if we can get a different club than a 5 iron into a green, why don't we go and have a look at the tech? The G425 irons have a wood-like face, variable thickness face like you'll find in woods is what PING are saying. They're calling that a speed generating face. So by using variable thickness in the face, they're able to generate faster ball speeds and try and keep them up across different parts of the face as you miss hit, which is kind of everything these clubs are really aiming at, people who are maybe not hitting it in the same spot each time. They also say they've got a cascading sole and then a top rail that in turn 7, with its undercut in the top rail, performs like a hinge, giving you more stopping power. So in effect, it's going to get the ball up in the air more, which we'll see if we find from the numbers. They actually say that the blade length is shorter than the G410s. Like the 5 iron was pretty long. So the G510s, I can't remember them being like feet down by the ball. And also in the back of the Pings, you're going to find a multi-material badge. They're using a combination of materials to really try and fine tune the sound, because obviously an iron like this can get ridiculously clippy if you don't control that. And we also have got a tungsten screw, I think in the toe. It's expanding the MOI of the club, moving the weight to the outsides and back of that club as much as they can. Again, all very game improvement ideas when it comes to the Ping G425 irons. So you can see with the tech, it's everything I would expect from Ping. It's kind of where these irons have been for a while, in my opinion, which is a good thing. So this is the 7 iron, 196 out. And I think the 7 iron on these kind of sets is a sweet spot. You get a bit of offset, medium chunky top line. It's just classic Ping. And what I mean by that, as in the older sets that I grew up using, the 7 iron and the 5 iron didn't look that different. They looked like this. So this was like the sweet spot. We got to here and stayed very close to this, a little bit long but tiny. Where nowadays, you know, the 5 iron does look considerably more aggressive than the 7. So for cosmetic reasons, I think that might offend you, but obviously performance should really override everything, hopefully. But I mean, cosmetic still plays its part. Right, 1967, it's going to have to be smashed. Oh, I've not drawn it. Please carry. It has done. Oh, get on the green. What did that carry? Yeah, 186. 18 yards, little 7 iron run. A weak little 7 iron run. Again, I'm going to hit a 5 iron up here, then should have a shorter iron into this screen. Hit that nicely. Not like my fastest, but just nice. So 208 carry. Onto the 9 iron, we got 147 yards in. Again, I don't think, it's 20 foot uphill, so I reckon it's a 159 iron, isn't it? So it's a nice one. Couldn't be too off the metal with that. Hit the green, stop. Just off the green. That's a 156 carry for a 9 iron, so they're definitely healthy. 28 foot to the pin, and this is quick down here. Just going to chip my 9 iron down there. Again, pretty average chip. So could I play these on a golf course? Yep, you're hearing me talk about what I feel, but I'm 0.4 under, 0.4 under, that's 0.8. Stay at 0.8 under, 0.2 over, and then finishing at 0.7 over using only irons. I'm not really concentrating on the chips. I think they're like classic 425s. They're chunky and big and doing everything they can to try and help as many golfers as they can. I think they'll appeal to the Ping faithful. If you've got a prior 1 or 2 generations back of this, will this be a game changer? I don't think so. But if you're a lot further back, or you're thinking of stepping up to game improvement, this one should definitely be in the test bracket. I just think sometimes as well, Ping with their irons, just not jazzy enough, and maybe don't shout enough to compete against the other bigger shouters. Performance-wise, as good as anything. Right, 189, slightly downhill, 7 iron, about 187 iron, so I need to not kill this. Will I hit the green? Yes or no in the comments, and then after this we'll have a look at some dry ball data to see exactly what they do. What do you reckon? Hit the green, yes or no? I've tried to take speed off. Have I taken too much off? No. Oh, we haven't got a hole in one, have we? Sit! Stop! Now, I know everyone who's put that I wouldn't hit the green is laughing and thinks that they've won. You haven't won. That's, in my little, like, crazy world, that hit the green. I know it didn't stay on it, but I'd rather be there than 40 foot to the right on the green. So, I can see you giggling. You. Let's look at some dry numbers. So here's some 7 iron numbers on a batch of shots. Everything you would expect. 17 launch, slightly low on the spin for a 7. Indoors, that's going to be near 5,000. They're low spinning, which is where high launching and low spinning. That's where the distance comes from. I don't think there's any secrets out there now. That's where they're doing it, how they do it. It's if you can play that model or not, I guess, is the question you just need to ask yourself. Some can, some can't. And lots, it actually doesn't matter. It's what you want to get out of a club and how you feel you can control or not control a club. It's a 7-iron carrying 187. To be fair, just to put it in perspective, so if I use my 7-iron, which is the ZX5 Strixon, so a little bit of help if you like, because I know people who've watched me for a long time, you ain't going to particularly know how far I'm hitting a 7-iron, so 182 does sound maybe like they are just bombing massive, which they are doing well, 1.8 whatever it was. I just hit a few of this just to compare for you, to give you an idea of how much it's clubbed to me. Slightly pulled the last one. 2 good hits, 1 pretty average. So if we take my pretty average hit out, so it's 172 is where my 7-iron is now, which is launching obviously very different from the loft. So for the ping, for me, for the loft, so the launch angle that it promotes, the spin that it promotes, this makes sense. It's kind of where it should be. There's no secret tricks. It's the model of how it's being designed, compared to 1,000 revs more with 2 degrees more launch and then in turn losing ball speed. The deflection on those two 7-irons, they've got 7 written on the bottom, is not going to be the same. Then in turn, if there's different levels of deflection, you're having different energy transfers between each shot, which is why you're pushing one. So, you know, which one is better or worse, that's for you to go and test. I prefer the consistency of this, but I could, as you saw there, easily game that, like no problem. I was getting around that course. I know it's simulated, but I could get around the course fine. You just have to learn what it does and the patterns of what it does for your game. So 425, am I excited about it? Is it an amazing new release? So like I'm not, but if I was a fitter, if I was trying to help golfers day in, day out find the right clubs, there's going to be plenty where this would be in the mix for a test. A lot of face down by the ball inspires confidence. Plenty of enough of as head as anyone out there with the ideas of tech for helping and spin controls or not, those kind of ideas. And it's a high launching, low spinning power bat, and to be fair, weren't Ping maybe one of the first companies that pushed this route? So everyone else is just trying to be like them, possibly. What do you reckon? Comments down below. Ping G425, like, hate, would test, wouldn't, too chunky? Let me know in those comments as always down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.